औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम। बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। Today my topic with reference to the sexual offences is the unnatural sexual offences. This crime is sectionized as 377 PPC as the name unnatural sexual offences. So the definition is that whoever voluntarily has sexual intercourse against the order of nature with any man, woman or animal shall be punished. इसमें voluntarily and against the order of nature is important thing. Sexual offense which is voluntarily and against the order of nature is known as unnatural sexual offense. The commonly which is present in our society is known as the sodomy. This unnatural sexual offense was said to be commonly practiced in town Sodom, which is mentioned in Bible, for which the word derived sodomy. This homosexual practice is common in all cases in society. ये नहीं है कि ये अभी शुरू हुआ है, ये हमेशा से ही मौजूद था और कुरान शरीफ में भी हज़रत लूत अलैहिस्सलाम की कौम में ये बहुत ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिस थी ये, और हज़रत लूत अलैहिस्सलाम के मना करने के बावजूद वो इस प्रैक्टिस से नहीं बाज आए और फिर आखिर अल्लाह के अज़ाब से उस कौम को तबाह कर दिया गया था. दिस होमोसेक्सुअल प्रैक्टिस इज़ कॉमन इन ऑल क्लासेस, mainly among prisoners, members of armed forces, sailors and hostel boys who are sex starved by circumstances. The act is difficult to perform against the will unless the person is drugged or drunk. जैसे कि पहले मैंने डेफिनेशन में बताया, voluntarily have sexual intercourse. So this is difficult to perform against the will. It is a sexual intercourse by a man with a man or woman through anus. So it is also called as anal intercourse. Many European countries legalize this act. Even marriages are allowed in certain countries by a man with a man. And in UK, sodomy is legalized as no offense between two consenting males if the act is done in privacy and if they are above 21 years in age, but they should not be members of army or merchant navy. There is a class of peoples known as anchis who acts as passive agents in sodomy. They are also known as male prostitutes. They are present in our society and they are of two types. Number one is the hijras and second is the zananas. Hijras added to their tribes by recruiting boys and castrating them by their barbers. When the wound heals, the scar invaginates. Being castrated before puberty, female characteristics such as feminine voice, distribution of fat and hairs and breast development occurs, while Zananas lives in society as a normal persons and their genitals are intact. And they dressed himself as a females to attract the males for this act. Although they are normally living persons having their families, but they provide himself as a passive agent to perform this act. Next is the lesbianism. It is a form of mental aberration known as lesbian love. According to Greek myth, in the island of Lesbian, the female population practiced this perversion, hence the name lesbianism. Those females usually indulge in females who have repulsion for men or who have nymphomania, that is perverted uncontrollable sexual desire. In this homosexual act between two females, they get sexual gratification by rubbing of the external genitalia, clitoris, or breast. Sometimes an artificial penis is also used by one female on the other female. Next is the bestiality. It is also sectionized as 377 ppc. Bestiosexuality, that is sexual intercourse by a man with animal, either through vagina or through anus. The animals involved are horses, hen, pet, goats, donkeys, and ass, etc. Bestiality may be due to sex starvation. Person is likely to be suffering from some mental aberration, and in some rural areas it is believed that gonorrhea, syphilis is cured by sexual intercourse with ass. The accused is generally a young person employed to look after animals. While being alone with animals when they are grazing on the field, he is tempted to indulge in bestiality. The sure evidence of bestiality is by Locard exchange principle, that is finding of human sperms in the genital tract of the animal and animal hair inside the pants or under the prepuce. Finding on accused in cases of bestiality: penile contamination with fecal matter, vaginal secretions or hair of the animals, injury to penis, dung stain, animal hair diagnosed by precipitin test. While findings on animal: human sperm in the anus or vagina of the animal, human hair, injury on the orifices of animals, and presence of gonorrheal discharge in the vagina of animal is positive sign of bestiality, as gonorrhea does not naturally occurs in animals. So in these cases we have to examine the accused and the active agent, and habitual active agent and habitual passive agent. So in a routine, the principal features of the examinations are the: first of all, we have the written court orders for the examination, and then the preliminary data, physical examination and mental condition, signs of struggle on clothes and body, and then the local examination of the genitals. As we already do in forensic medico legal certificates issuing, that first of all the preliminary data, that include the name, age, occupation, brought by whom, identification marks, consent for examination, time of examination. All the pro forma must be fulfilled carefully, and brief history. An accused can examine and necessary evidence collected even without his consent. This is the important thing, that a suspected accused can be examined without his consent, because he will not give the willing for the examination. Physical examination should note the size and physique of the alleged assailant, the mental condition, and any sign of drunkenness should be especially noted. Injuries which the victim says she inflicted on assailant during the alleged struggle should be noted. The clothing should be examined for missing any buttons, foreign hairs, foreign fabrics, mud stain, etc. And general marks of violence such as bites, bruises and scratches may be found. Examination of the genital is the important in cases of the sodomy. Seminal and blood stains may be found about the pubic hairs. The penis should be examined for the presence of smegma under the prepuce. Smegma is the thick cheesy secretions due to desquamated epithelial cells and smegma bacilli. Frenum may be torn due to forcible introduction of the organ in the anus or vagina. The accused should be examined whether if there is anything to suggest that he is impotent. And now the examination of the passive agent. It is also certifying in the same medico-legal certificate after completion of the preliminary particulars including name, age, sex, occupation, time of arrival, time of examination and consent. Brief history as narrated should be recorded. Examination should be carried out in the knee elbow position and in the presence of third person. By doing the knee elbow position, we can easily visualize the perineum at the anal area. The anal examination is done in 4 stages as that we have performed in cases of rape, examination of the vagina. So in inspection we have to look for area of the anal canal and buttocks, extent of hair growths or shape, look for seminal or blood stain, look for any bruise, fissures or redness. As you know that normal anal orifice is a slit-like opening and the surrounding skin shows marked natural folds due to the corrugator cutis ani muscle. And the local sign of first anal intercourse is redness, bleeding, tear of an anal skin and the underlying sphincter. Anal tears or fissures may extend into anal mucosa. There are often slight abrasions between the anus and the tip of the coccyx. Next is the bilateral traction. Locate the position of anal tear and make them visible as triangular towards the center of the canal. The anal orifice is found dilated, irritable and tender to touch, and a zone of bruising may be seen around the orifice. Digital examination, it may be painful. It indicates size, tone and extent of the dilatation of the anal sphincter. And specular examination done by the appropriate size proctoscope. Gradual withdrawal make anal mucosa visible for bleeding, bruising or swelling. Bruising of the mucosa appears as dark brown areas. Now habitual catamite examination, if brought, there will be shaving of the anal hairs but may not the pubic hairs. Skin around anus smooth and thickened, muscle tone is lost, appearance of funnel shaped anus due to the absorption of the fat. Anal sphincter is lax, the opening is petulous, loss of rugosity of the anal mucosa, loss of anal folds and prolapse of the anus. When skin around anus is pulled apart, it exposes the mucous membrane. Piles and anal fissures common, and it is not necessary that if anyone have anal fissures or piles, you misguided by that he is a habitual catamite. Scars of the old tears in and around the anus will be present. Now the examination of the active agent, although first of all after receiving the orders we taking the consent, finding on the clothes, examination of the body and general examination. Second is sex characteristics and extents of their development. And special examination, examine for abrasions and bruises on the glands or tearing of the frenum and for the peculiar smell of the anal glands. Fecal swelling, blood and foreign hairs must be noted. In an habitual active agent, there may be elongation and constriction of the penis with consequent angulation of the urethra due to constricting force of the sphincter ani muscle. And then we have to collect the specimen. These are the pictures to visualizing the anal fissures by lateral digital traction. This is the proforma prepared for the examination, chemical examiner to giving to taking the sample and sending the specimen to the chemical examiner for the detection of the semen or blood. And this proforma is designed for the certification for the potency and the sexual fitness, that whether he is capable to do this act or not. You have to fulfill all the columns, and if anyone is not necessarily, so you can cross it. So there are so many medical legal aspects of certification of the sexual activity. First of all, the impotence. Impotence is the physical incapacity to perform the act of the sexual intercourse. It may be complete or partial, temporary or permanent, curable or incurable. It is confined to the males, while sterility is inability to procreate, that is inability to impregnate in case of males, and to conceive in case of females. Sterility can be present in male as well as in female, and fertility opposite to the sterility. Now, the medical legal importance. A medical man is asked to give an opinion in following circumstances. You have to give the certification of the potency of the male in certain civil cases and criminal cases. In disputed paternity cases, in case of divorce or plea of impotence for the purpose of divorce, impotence must be, in these cases, impotence must be permanent, incurable, present at the time of marriage, and marriage was constructed without full knowledge. Means impotence since marriage and he is unable to do the intercourse. So in these cases you have to examine and certifying that he is unable to perform the act. Criminal cases allege adultery, rape, unnatural sexual offences, and claims of loss of sexual power due to injury on accident. In some accidents or trauma on the back and spinal area, there may be any nerve damages and there may be unable to perform this act. So this will be examined by the doctor, that there may be it may be curable or incurable. So a doctor has to certify it. And generally the collection of these specific specimens in cases of all the cases of sexual offences, first of all we have to collect the specimens from the clothes, entire clothes having stains and soiling. Second is the loose and matted hair if present at the perineal area or other than perineal area. And third is the swabs. And from where the collection of the specimens are done, first of all from the body, seminal stains, salivary stains from bite marks if present, from the vagina or anus, from intratus or perineum, from lower vagina above the hymenal boundaries, from the posterior fornix or from the anal area, from anal margins, scraping from under surface of the nails, urine for screening of the drugs and venereal diseases, and the most important are the control specimens, that is blood for comparing with the suspect, plucked hairs, two each, two from head hairs and two from pubic hairs, to compare with the hairs which are detected from the body of the victim. And third is the saliva for the screening of the any drug or for the grouping. These are the samples and evidence which must be collected if there is present on the body of the victim or assailant. Thank you very much.